Um, okay, so first let me know if you can hear. Let me know if you can hear this. Yeah, sound like a electric guitar?
Yeah.
Okay, so yesterday we were looking at melody, and today we're basically going to do the same kind of analysis, but we're going to apply it to the chord progression and how the chords are played. Okay? So I have this riff idea, again, that is very simple. All my stuff is pretty simple, and it's really repetitive, and I don't know how to break free from it. So we're just going to go through these chords here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the way it lines up with the melody, it's like a little riff. It goes like this. 1, 2, 3. That's basically how it goes. Okay? I'm also playing the melody in the riff, so it's super 90s. It sounds very 90s to me.
Yeah.
Mason shrugs. So that's how it feels to me. But same thing, I always have my riff and I'm like, oh, okay, this feels good, and then I ramp into whatever the next thing is. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show you what I keep doing. 1, 2, 3. Joan had a daughter, loved her, I know her. Joan had a daughter, sailing everybody, hey everybody, taking everybody, coming down, yeah. And it's just kind of boring to me. It's kind of boring. So I'll show you what ends up kind of happening here.
Well, I don't play the electric guitar, so
This is the chorus, right?
I think this is the chorus. It's also how the
Okay.
song starts. Mason, if you want to play the piano along with it or whatever,
You did something at the end there where it was like kind of the riff, but also like muted on the guitar.
Okay, let's write this down. Muted. Which
Yeah,
part?
like it was a lot more percussive.
That kind of thing?
Yeah, like that. What if you like played it like under that thing that you sang for like the potential verse, like more
Like-
percussive and muted and like breaking out of that riff?
Okay. I love it. How would you describe the original riff? If what we're contrasting it with is going to be percussive and muted, what is the original thing? Like, how would you describe this?
It's very sustained and I don't know, it's wet. It's
Yeah.
very wet.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's all that.
Wait, is that the original riff?
The original
Or riff? Can't speak today.
R-I-F-F. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I can't speak today.
Yeah.
Not rift.
The original riff is this kind of like
Okay, yeah.
like we're like letting, like when I'm done, it's ringing out.
Yeah, okay.
So that's what it is right now. what would we call this? Like how, I'm going to just say, how is it played? Like how is the harmony performed? So one way to contrast it is to make it percussive and muted, which we could just keep going with the same chords. So it'd kind of sound like this. I'll start at measure 5. Yeah. So I'll just same chords.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that makes it feel, yeah, I like that. What am I playing here when I'm doing this? What rhythm?
Like eighth notes.
Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly it.
All I can think of is Don't Back Down.
Wait, what is that?
I'm petty.
Oh. Wait, how does that one go?
It goes basically like that, and I think it's the same chords.
He is the king of,
Yeah.
he's king of those cowboy chords is what people call him, because they're just like sitting on the range. Okay, so we're going, eighth notes. And here it's sort of a quarter note pulse. I mean, I'm going like this and stuff, but the emphasis is on the
What
chord.
if, like, following through that, what if the pre-chorus was like notes or even like whole bars?
Oh, a pre-chorus?
Yeah.
I think that is smart. I don't even want to think about a pre-chorus right now.
Okay.
But that's not a bad idea. So I'll say pre. So wait, what were you saying? Just like held out, just like whole notes? Or like
Yeah.
half notes?
Yeah, like break it down, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. Okay, let's move on from this for a moment. These are kind of quarter note emphasis. So this is how we can change it. Let's look at the chords themselves. What do we have a lot? What do we see a lot right now?
Eighth notes.
Well, the thing is, I'm not even looking at the melody. I'm talking about what chords do we see?
Oh, D and G.
D and G. Yeah. Lots of D and G. Have you ever done Roman numeral analysis? Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
So do you know what that is, Mason?
Yeah, I think so.
What is D?
1.
One. Yeah.
D is 1. Okay, exactly. Would you rather I wrote out the Roman numerals, or do you want me to just write out the numbers?
The numbers.
The numbers? Okay. So if
Roman numerals will be hard to type.
Nah.
Well, I guess you could do it that way. Yeah.
What's G then?
4.
4. Easy.
Yeah.
And then we have this here. What is this though? This E. Because it's not E minor.
It is.
But
I
it's
mean, major second.
2.
It is.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's 2, but it's actually outside of the key. It's sort of like a.
It's
Are you thinking of a mode?
It is the dominant.
It is the dominant. Yeah, it's because it would go. Do you know what this is, Mason? Where it goes 5. So if you made the 2 chord Do you know this? Like the dominant dominant. Do you know what that means?
I think so, yeah. Maybe.
Because if you played if we played an E7 chord, it would want
Yeah,
to
okay.
resolve to A,
It
right?
would want to, yeah, that makes sense.
E7 could also resolve to A7.
Yeah,
And A7 is the 5 chord in the key of D. So then
yeah.
A7 would resolve to 1. And this would be the dominant of the dominant going to the dominant going to the 1. So pretty
I see.
handy. But what we have, I'm just going to call it, I'm going to specify that it's E major, and I'm going to say it is the 2, but it's sort of special. So it gets a special star. Because it's outside of the key. Okay, so what are some other chords to keep in mind? Like what other chords can we use? And let's try to stay in the key because I know that we have a bajillion other chords we could actually use.
A.
A, which is
5.
5, yep. Wait, A is 5. What else? What don't we
B.
have any of yet right now? We have no minor chords.
Yeah.
So what are the minor chords?
F minor.
Close. Not F minor.
Or, no, not F minor. F sharp minor.
F sharp minor, yep.
B minor.
E minor. And what are each of those numbers?
B minor 2.
Yep, B minor. I think that's it, really.
Yeah.
Because E minor is the proper 2.
Yeah.
F
2,
sharp
3,
minor is the proper
and
3,
6.
and then 6.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, following?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are the most common chords to use other than 1 and 4 that we've already used?
5.
5,
5
definitely.
and 2
2, you know what? 2,
sometimes,
yeah.
3.
yes.
3 and 6.
3.
A lot as
I
well.
would,
But all of those, all of them.
That's true. If I had to say the most common minor chord, I would say it's actually 6.
Probably 6, yeah.
Just because there's the like. That was bad. Like that chord progression alone is 1, 5, 6, 4. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna try to bring in the 6 at some point, perhaps in the verse. I think that it could be kind of interesting, and probably the 5. But honestly, I don't even know if I'm gonna think about this a whole lot. But it's good to be aware of. Okay, what is harmonic rhythm? Do you know what harmonic rhythm is? Have you heard of that
Yeah,
phrase?
when the chords shift, right?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So how would you describe the harmonic rhythm right now?
Basically, whole notes.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I would say, yeah, whole notes, or you could say it happens every bar.
Yeah.
Because to me, when I think it is whole notes, it sounds like it's held out as a whole note.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's exactly right. So harmonic rhythm. Have you
It
heard
also falls like directly on the corresponding melody.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a really good point. I'm going to put that somewhere else. Chord changes when melody, like when new melodic phrase begins.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good point. I had not thought of that. Brilliant. Harmonic rhythm, chord changes every. How about this? I'll say 4 beats. Chord changes every 4 beats.
Roughly.
Roughly. I know we have the anticipation here. I'm gonna say that's okay. Well, we'll cover that here. Where does the chord fall? They fall on the downbeat, but they kind of anticipate. So oops, anticipate, downbeat. Okay, I think we got some good stuff here. We got how it's played. It's sustained, it's wet, it's ringing. A way to contrast that is with percussive, muted, probably eighth notes. I think that felt good to have that Tom Petty thing going. We mentioned the pre for a second. Okay, the chords here. We know what chords we should explore. The thing is, I really like 1 and 4. They're probably my favorite ones to play in general. So I'll probably still use them, but I'll try to bring in some other ones. And then instead of saying harmonic rhythm, I'm going to say when do the chords change? And I'm going to say, okay, so what could we do here? How could we change the harmonic rhythm? We could make it faster or slower. We could what do you think? So right now it's like it's basically what it's doing. How could we change it? Instead of every 4 beats, what could the harmonic rhythm be?
Every 2 beats.
I like that. Or, yeah, I mean, we could specify a specific number, but also it could just be anything other than 4 beats, because that's all it is right now. If we do anything other than changing it just every bar,
Yes.
it'll feel different. I like this idea though. We might stick to that. Okay.
Also for contrast, like
Yeah.
the original melody chords, it's like 3 sets of one thing and then a 4th turnaround thing.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's true. So you're saying that we have like this germ here, D and G.
Yeah.
This germ here, D and G. We have this germ here, D and G. And then finally we change to something else, E and G.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. I'm gonna say, so basically just don't go back and forth between the same 2 chords over and over.
Yeah.
That's a really good point, Nathan.
Yeah, or like make phrases 4 bars long instead of 2 bars.
Ah, that's good. Make chord change phrases longer than 2 bars. Something like that. Okay, I'm going to focus on, I'm going to try it again now, and I'm going to try playing it. I'm just going to try playing them differently because that'll make it feel good. I'm going to try to bring in a different chord, and I'm going to try, I'll probably do some blend of either changing when the chords change or how long the phrases are, okay?
Oui.
Here we go. Joan had a daughter, love her like no other. Joan had a daughter, love her like her brother. Joan had a yeah. Okay, so I don't
Another
even know if
thing.
you can hear the plucky nature of what I was doing. I was doing D, B minor, G. So I still kept 1 and 4, but it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I brought in a new chord. I changed the chord a little bit. I did not make the chord change phrase longer. But what do we think of this? Do we have any opinions about this chord progression? Does it feel different enough? Do we go to a
Yeah.
What if
yeah?
instead of like making
Be
them
right back.
even every 2 beats, what if it's like slightly off?
Oh, like what would you say?
Like
Oh, like so anticipate a little bit like
yeah.
that. Doo-doo, bum, bum, bum.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I like that. So it's gonna be. So what's the first chord? Help me out here. D. Do you remember what it went to here? Bum 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 bum. Too early?
B minor.
B minor, nice. Bum 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 bum. And then we actually anticipate here. So this G chord is gonna probably be like there. Bong dong 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 dong. What if it did something? What if we sort of had this? Mason, we had it where we're anticipating. Do you see this G chord here? It's anticipating
Yeah.
just a little bit. So it's going to be instead of, well, it'll just sound like this. Like that.
Okay.
One easy thing I was thinking, so I'm thinking about the bass motion here. So the bass is going D, B, G. If we wanted to, we could make this chord here. Since the bass motion is going down, we can make it D over F sharp.
Sure.
And see if that leads to anything interesting. So right now we have could be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh, what if we change that last chord there to an A? There we actually have a different phrase now. Okay, this is what I have right now. It actually goes somewhere a little bit now. What do you think? What do you think about that?
Yeah, definitely.
Sure.
We like it? Sure? Okay.
This could be a bad idea, but what if the second B minor is an E minor? Or E major?
Could be good. Okay, let's try it. Should I do E minor or major first?
Major.
Could be cool. Let's try minor. Let's see how that sounds.
Yeah, I like E minor.
Did you upgrade the meeting?
It just said it gave me a gift.
Yeah, it upgraded and now we have unlimited minutes.
I don't know why it did that. You're all stuck here forever. There's no limit. Okay. That's nice. But
Randomness?
what do you think about E minor there, Mason? Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right, sweet. So I'm just gonna jump ahead a couple steps. Good ideas, everybody, so far. I'm gonna anticipate something here. I'm gonna I'm gonna copy paste, bloop-de-bloop. I'm gonna actually get rid of this E minor here. Oops. Sometimes what I like to do, instead of like a proper pre-chorus, Nathan, like you were talking about before, Mason, are you familiar with like pre-chorus and stuff like that? Do you know what that kind of means? Song form wise?
No, not really.
So, so a song yesterday I talked about was Firework by Katy Perry. Are you familiar with that one?
Yeah, I've heard that.
So, really quick. Do you ever feel like a dee-doo-doo? Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Ba-doo-doo-doo-doo. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Right now we're sort of in this settled area. Do you know what this part is called? The verse.
Yeah,
This
sure.
is the verse. Ba-da-doo-doo-doo. Just because it's sort of like we're jamming, it's not really building tension or anything. It's just kind of chilling here. Feeling comfortable. Ba-da-doo-doo-doo.
Yeah.
So the pre-chorus is this special moment that connects the verse
To the chorus.
to the chorus, and it specifically builds tension, is usually kind of how I think of it. So you might remember this part. I'll do half of the verse. Ba-da-doo-doo-doo. Da-doo-doo-doo-doo. Da-da-da-da-da. Here comes the pre-chorus. Tonight, tonight, just let it shine. Don't know and then we're at the chorus.
Yeah, okay.
So the pre-chorus, it's kind of like part of the verse, but it specifically leads you into this new change. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Sure. Okay. So, before when Nathan was talking about having a pre-chorus here, look at that lingo. Pre. We just call it a pre if we were in the biz.
Just a free.
So the pre-chorus, Nathan was saying whole notes or half notes, kind of a breakdown, and that's a really good effect. Sometimes instead of, like the build that Firework does, sometimes you can go, let it kind of fall out, and that creates tension, actually, surprisingly enough. So Nathan, I'm thinking here, sometimes I like to sort of blend my pre-chorus and my verse, and I'm going to put it here. So I'll have to remember how the song goes now that I sang that other one. Okay. Yeah. verse. I'm gonna make this a pre-chorus. What do we think of that?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we're down for that. So, do you see what I did here? I basically kept these two bars the same. Like the end of the first half of the verse, and then I just played them differently. We could probably do the ramp up thing where, like, I'll start at measure 13. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do a ramp up here now.
What if you did both?
Oh, like some instruments held out, or
like the D over F sharp is held out and then
that's a
it
good
ramps
idea.
up starting at the A.
That's a good idea. Okay, so I'll start at measure 13 again. Ring out here. 3, 4. Oh yeah, we're living in the 60s. Yeah, I like that. That's great.
And also anticipate the ramp up too.
Oh, the A. You're right. I forgot to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's kind of hard to anticipate with eighth notes after you've had a ring out note, unless there was like a drum kind of doing it, like 13 here, do 14, ring out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, you could anticipate that.
What if you play the chord straight on the anticipate and then ramp up starting on the
so like and
downbeat.
Still anticipate? 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. Yeah, like ding 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 ding.
Oh.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Like that?
Yeah.
I like that. I think that's good. I might forget to do that when we do like our final version here in like 5 minutes because it's a little intricate. But arrangement wise, that's a really good idea. And you could have the drums like that'd be really good. Okay, so I think this is pretty good. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna try to sing from the chorus.
That would be really funny if we forgot to do that.
What?
Add that. Did you already forget?
Forget to do what?
Never.
I actually don't know what you mean. Here's the verse. Oh, you mean to like sing through the thing actually and like have it satisfying at the end?
You just said you were going to forget to do.
Well, I didn't. It was a close call though. All right. So what's really nice, I obviously don't have a melody for the verse yet, but what's really great about establishing the harmony is instantly my problem was I was singing the same melody over and over and I wasn't able to improvise anything cool. Here I laid down groundwork, which I might, if I were to continue writing the song, I might change it later anyway, but I laid down a framework that automatically is going to force me to think of new ideas. So I think this is the value in it. It's like I constructed a boat that's going to take me to a different island. And I don't know what's going to be there, and it might not be my favorite island, but it's going to make me at least go somewhere new. That's what that's what kind of analyzing here and figuring out what we didn't do and what we should do to create a new mood or mindset. So I'm going to start from the chorus. I'll go through the verse, and then I'll go back into the chorus. And I'm just going to make something up. 1, 2, 3. Joan had a daughter, loved her like no other. Joan had a daughter, Faye. Joan had a baby, I can go now. Yeah. Every moment I wake up, thinking about the time we had. And every sin I hear you lying back on the dead. It's Joan and her daughter, Joan and her daughter, yeah. Same verse. Every something did. Every moment let me go. And every time I cry, every day something else. I know I want you. Don't have a daughter, love her like no other. Don't have a baby, baby every morning. Yeah, I'm gonna repeat those for the outro. One more time. Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool. Thanks. I would probably, I don't remember what I sang for the verse, but if I had a voice memo of it or something, I could listen back, pick out what melody ideas I liked. But I am not making this up. I've had problems with this riff in particular, and I haven't been able to break free from coming up with something new. So you two literally helped me find a new path. So thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I have that problem too.
So, I mean, these ideas are basically the same as the melody ideas we did yesterday. It's just applying it to the underlying harmony. And it's kind of all the same thing. Just find your patterns that you're falling into and deliberately break them. This video was sponsored by PBS. This video will be, it's recorded, so you can watch all this later if there are any notes that you wanted to take or anything. But yeah, good job. And I guess have a good rest of your day.